if you're up for it, having a go. It does work. So we're going live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. Hello, everybody. Come and join me. Come and join me here on Facebook and on YouTube as well. We've got a really great hour lined up for you because I'm going to be doing some pet psychic readings for you. And as you probably know, I'm Beth Lee-Crowther. I am the Pet Psychic here in the UK, and we always welcome everybody joining in, whether you're in the UK or further afield, because we have all sorts of people watching from all over the world. So I love it when people comment, people say hello, and it's great to know who's here and who's connected with you as well. Of course, I come live here on Facebook to do free readings for you. There is no charge. You are all welcome. And I've already made some notes for a few of you in anticipation of what we're doing tonight, because you can go onto our Facebook page, and if you comment on the last post, which is the pinned post, leave your question with a photograph of your pet. All I need is your pet's name and their age and your question. That's all I need. The photograph helps me tune in to that individual. And it's great to see so many of you joining in. And of course, we're in the mystery box, of course, which we have a bit of fun with that. And yes, we have 2 winners, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a while. Let's have a look, see who's here. Let me see. Mandy. Hi, Beth. Thanks for this opportunity. You're very welcome, Mandy. Lainey, she said, good evening, blessings from Scotland. Oh, hello, Lainey. Pamela, hello, many thanks for sharing your gift. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you, Pamela. Who else is here? Brenda. Let me have a look. Catherine Elizabeth says hi. Ruthie B. That's a lovely name, Ruthie B. Mandy, who else have we got? Donna Wheat. Hello, Donna. She says evening. Hello, my lovely friend, medium Alan Jones. I've known Alan for years. He does a Facebook Live. I think he goes live on a Tuesday. Alan's a brilliant medium, so look him up if you want a reading for yourself. He's very, very good. Alan has been a co-host with me on my radio show when I used to do my radio on Pulse Talk Radio. So it's very, very good medium. Raina, she says, evening, Beth. I'm looking forward to hearing the readings. Oh, thank you, Raina. That's nice to see you here. Pratika, hello from New Zealand. Oh, that's lovely. Well, do you know what, Pratika? My son's going to be in New Zealand in November and December. He's going on a bit of a tour. So you never know. You might bump into him. Let me see who else is here. Jenna, is that Jenna? Hi, Beth, you're brilliant. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say so. Catherine. Helen, she's from Scotland as well. Who else is here? Kaylee. And Liz. Hello, Kaylee. Hello, Liz. Thank you for joining me tonight. Have we got anybody else? Felice. Felice. Have I said your name right, Felice? Hi, Beth from Enfield. Do you know what? That's really weird you've put that, because I'm sure, I don't know if I wrote Enfield in one of the readings I've put in my notes tonight. That's strange. Maybe it will all make sense a bit later on. Who else is here? Miriam. She says, good evening, dear. Oh, hello, Miriam. That's lovely. Mickey. Mickey from Minnesota. Everybody is welcome all around the world. It's just great to see so many of you. Hello, Sarah. She says, hi, everyone. Lisa Kenny, evening, everyone. Catherine Elizabeth says, hiya from the Black Country. Yeah, well, you know where my roots are, don't you, Catherine? I lived in Stourbridge for many, many years. So I love the Black Country. Let me have a look. Lainey said there's a bit of an echo. Oh no, sorry, Lainey, is it really annoying? Charlie, hi Beth, if you do any of my readings today, thank you very much, I'm very grateful. Lisa's in Pembrokeshire in West Wales, that's a beautiful part of Wales, Pembroke. Liz says, Beth, your sound is a little distorted. I wonder why. I wonder if it's my microphone. I'm not quite sure how I would change that. Now, my producer, he's a magician, right? He's a magician with all these kind of things. So I think he's made a few adjustments. So can somebody tell me if the sound has improved? Let me know. Hello, Helen. She says, hello, everyone. Ria, I just saw your message then. She said, thank you so much for the amazing reading you did for me in the last live session with Trink. He is indeed a Shih Tzu and Poodle mix. You were spot on about his itchy skin. So we gave him salmon oil, and he does also love having his photo taken, and we're thinking of making a photo album or putting him in a dog calendar. Oh, you've got to do that, Ria. The remainder you mentioned is our mom, and we think the CH letters refer to our surname, Charder. Oh, wow. However, we're unsure about Marble Arch. Well, just look out for it. The advertising agency, or Alex or Alexandra. Well, sometimes our animals give us predictions for the future. Let me know when things pan out, Marble Arch and the advertising agency. And Alex, she says, thank you again. It was such a wonderful experience. Oh, well, thank you, Ria, for your lovely feedback and for joining in. That's brilliant. Thank you for that. Katrina says, hello, Beth, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Isn't that amazing? Catherine Elizabeth says, only up the road then, Beth. I don't live in Stourbridge anymore, Catherine. I'm in Worcestershire now. I think the sound's all good. Robin has confirmed it. He said you sound great. And Felice said, I can hear you fine. And Mandy says, fine in the UK. Sarah said, it sounds great to me. Brenda says, now it's lower sound. Oh no. You'll have to turn your sound up a bit. Oh, I think it's okay now, the sound. Everybody's saying a little lower sound. Liz Williams, I love the Black Country. I'm in Redditch in the West Midlands. Yes, that's better, thank you. Oh, I went to Redditch not long ago, actually, Liz. Did a bit of shopping in Redditch. I'm not going to tell you what I bought, but it was something very sparkly. There's a man in Redditch who sells very nice jewellery. So there you go. Ruthie, hello everybody from Derbyshire Dales. Oh, I love Derbyshire. Is that the Peak District? Is Derbyshire the Peak District? I've been there. I've been to Bakewell. That's a beautiful place. Had a Bakewell tart. No, it's not a Bakewell tart. I stand corrected. That's what we call it. I think the correct terminology is a Bakewell pudding. You'll have to let me know if that's correct. Oh, Katrina said it's my first time watching the Pet Psychic. Claire Robson said, evening all, sorry I'm late. Claire, better late than never. We're glad you're here. Let me have a look. Brenda still can't hear me with my big voice. She's struggling to hear. Hopefully it will be okay, sound. And do you know what? Last week we had loads of you joining in. I did lots of readings, and thank you. And thank you for coming along tonight. As you know, I'm Beth Lee-Crowther, the Pet Psychic. Now, back in February and March, I did have my own TV show on Channel 5, and it was a wonderful thing to film and do, meeting people all over the UK, doing readings for them and their unusual pets. And if you haven't seen it, just go onto My Five, type in the Pet Psychic in the search, and watch the whole four programs. They're an hour long. And do you know what? It was just the best time ever to film that. And also, I've gone this morning doing pet readings on the programme. So you might have seen me on there. And I am the author of Everything You Need to Know to Become a Pet Psychic. You can probably just see it there behind me on the bookshelf. And if you've bought it, thank you very, very much. And if you've left me Amazon feedback, I do appreciate it. And it was an Amazon #1 bestseller. So I'm very proud of that. So thank you very much indeed. Now, we like to do the mystery box before we start doing any readings. And the reason is this, because if you get the answer right as to what is in the mystery box, you are first on the list for a reading, you see. So last week, this was the mystery box. Can you see it? It's beautiful blue box that I had some very posh biscuits sent to me in last Christmas. You can see there's some robins and beautiful little rabbits and characters on there. And we did have 2 winners this week. Now, did anybody else join in? I know Kate Williamson, you always try really hard, Kate, don't you? I do see your comments and I keep saying, you're nearly there, Kate. Have another go. I'm hoping this week you'll get it right, Kate. So let me see. Shall I do the reveal? Are you ready for the reveal? Anybody else having a try what's in the box? We did have a clue. The clue was wildlife, something to do with wildlife. So I'm going to open the box. What's in there? Have a quick think. Think now, if you didn't join in, what could it be? I rattled the box, do you remember? So this is the big reveal. What is in the box? Last week it was a picture of anybody said, oh, Mickey said a nest. You're not far off, Mickey. Can you see this? It's a picture of a barn owl, but it's been painted on a feather. Can you believe that? And there's a name on it, Bobby 98. So it was painted in 1998. And it says the feather is a pigeon feather and the bird is barn owl. And it was painted by Bobby Monson. Monson? I don't know if he, perhaps he's a really famous artist and I've got a masterpiece here. I'll have to go on Antiques Roadshow, won't I? And make a fortune. No, I'm sure it's not worth very much, but it is very beautiful. So you see the barn owl beautifully painted onto a feather. I know some of you, so some of you were very close. Mickey just said that it was a nest. It was and Mandy, so you were very close with bird's nest. Let's have a look. And Katrina just said pine cone. Oh, Katrina said, I've seen your program on YouTube. I love the one about the American grey. Oh, it's actually an African grey parrot, and I was laughing because the bird was so funny. That was hilarious because that was with oh gosh, what's her name? Can't think of a name. And the parrot was called Chanel, and they did actually have um, a viral video because Chanel had flown away. Poor owner was distraught, but they did find her, fortunately. So, yes, lots of stories on there. But there you go. Look, that was what was inside the mystery box. A barn owl painted on a feather. I'm going to tell you who won this week. We have 2 winners. We have Polly with Thor, the horse, and Brenda with a sunflower Yorkshire Terrier. So you two are first on the list for a reading tonight. And very well done. Done so well getting that right. So I'm going to put that one away because I have prepared this week's mystery box for you. Right, I'm just going to do something with that now. Hold on a minute. Find somewhere to put it. So, this week's mystery box. Remember, we need to do a little bit of preparation to get you into the psychic zone, into the right frame of mind. So, I want you now, if it's safe to close your eyes just for a moment. Only if you're not doing anything, like cooking your dinner, like chopping your onions or something. We don't want anybody's fingers being chopped off. So if it's safe to do so, sit down, close your eyes, just take a couple of deep breaths. Just allow yourself to feel relaxed. And just imagine you've got roots growing down through your legs, and those roots come out through the soles of your feet and they go deep down into the ground. You might even get a sensation when you're doing that, like your feet feel heavy or like you're being pulled down. You can do it standing up, and sometimes people sway when they do it when they're standing up. So that's called grounding. So it's all about centering you, ready in preparation for doing a psychic exercise. Then I want you to imagine a beautiful white bubble of light all around you. Imagine you're stepping into a white light bubble or like a balloon that encompasses you. That is your white light of angel protection. Okay, so we're grounded, we're protected, and then we open the third eye. Imagine it like a big eye opening in the center of your forehead, your psychic light switch being switched on. So you're opening up. So we're grounded, protected, and open. Now, at the end, even if I don't tell you to do so, you need to close down. You don't want to be open all the time. You'll be frazzled. You must close down after. And that's so simple because you just turn your psychic light switch off, or imagine you're closing your third eye. And you give thanks to Spirit for what you have received. So don't forget to do that after, all right? Because I might not tell you to do that. That's your own responsibility. Okay, so we're prepared and ready. I'm going to show you the box. So this week's box is a nice flowery one. It matches my mug, my birthday mug. Ooh. So I wonder what could be inside this mystery box. Now, I could shake it, but this is a bit of a clue. I've had to wrap it in bubble wrap because it is breakable. So that's a clue for you straight away. It is breakable. So what is it? What do you think is in here? If I shake it, it's not going to make a noise because I've wrapped quite a lot of bubble wrap around it. So are you starting to see some images in your mind? Are you getting any colours, any pictures? Maybe some words are coming to you in your mind, and I want you to type in your answers, okay, into the comments. But the best thing about it is that you can carry on having a go all week until next Wednesday until we do our live. Just type your answer in on the Pet Psychic page, and you can have as many goes as you like. You are not restricted to one go, but what I do ask of you is that you like and follow our Pet Psychic page, you comment, you share, and you tag somebody, okay? Because that really helps let other people know what I'm doing, that I'm doing free Pet Psychic reading. So that's the criteria, all right? So I help you with the Pet Psychic readings, you help me by sharing the word, letting other people know about our Pet Psychic page. So what do you think's in here? Has anybody had a go already? Ruthie says a crystal. Lisa says a glass robin. Amber says an angel figurine. Brenda says a plate to match the cup. Felice, a glass ornament. Claire, a heart. Jean says a vase. Robin says glass carnival merry-go-round horse. That's very detailed. Ania, a heart-shaped ring dish. Who else has had a go? Mandy congratulates the winners, and so does Katrina. Annie is watching from Canada. Hello, Annie. I'm going to say nobody has got it right yet. So have another go. Okay. I would say somebody's very close, but not yet. But we're going to have a look at the first reading now because we've got our 2 winners to do a reading for, but you can still keep having a go. All right. Liz says a China horse statue. A vintage Christmas ornament, says Annie. Keep trying. Keep trying. Right. So let's have a look at the first reading for the winner, which is with Thor. Now, let me tell you, Thor is a beautiful horse, and we're going to get a picture of Thor up on the screen so you can all see what Thor looks like. Maybe you'll pick things up about Thor as well. Now, this is Thor. He's 21 years old. Isn't he a handsome chap? She says, I want to find out what it is that hurts or bothers him. He just doesn't behave like he used to, and what could I do to help him? And that's from Polly. And Polly got the answer right. So well done to you, Polly. And I've made some notes for you about Thor. He certainly is a very good-looking boy, isn't he? So she's a bit worried about what's hurting him, what's bothering him, and he's acting differently. What can she do to help? Now, as soon as I tuned into Thor, Polly, he said to me, spine, spine. And he made me feel as though his spine it felt very stiff, almost like it wasn't flexing correctly, if that makes sense. Obviously, I'm not a vet, so you always have to check things out with the experts, but I did feel his back is giving him some discomfort. Maybe you've already had a back person out or a physio, but maybe they need to come back out again because it does not feel right when I tune into him. And he showed me that immediately. The other thing which I felt was quite interesting, Polly, he gave me an image of another dark coloured horse, but he said there was a horse that he did not get on with, a horse that he didn't see eye to eye with, and that has made him feel a little bit like agitated or annoyed. When you feel like your nose has been pushed out of joint. He was giving me that feeling. And the other thing he gave me, that a tooth, and it felt like it was near the front. He gave me as if he banged his I know it sounds really weird, like he banged his face on something or knocked his tooth. It's a really strange feeling. If you're drinking out of a glass or a cup and you knock your tooth and you like go, like that is the feeling that he gave to me. So I don't know if you've noticed anything, but he also said that he gets stressed because he feels that he's not doing what he used to do and what he used to enjoy. So you'll have to let me know what that is. And then he talked about a career break, as if he was on some kind of break, but also that you feel as though you're in limbo yourself, Polly, and you're not sort of you feel like you're not heading in the right direction with your career, or there is something that is not going as you would like it to go. Because he was likening like how he feels to how you feel. And then I said, well, what's going on there then? And he said, you feel like you're not progressing. When we feel like we're just treading water, he says things are going to change for you as we go into the new year. And he was showing the end of January, beginning of February, where you start to feel like you're heading in, you're going forward, doing what you want to do. So there's something where you feel a bit stuck. He said to me, a name like Nathan. He talked about a dislike for the horse box or the horse trailer. There was an issue around that. He gave me Ealing in London. Now, was that what that other person said when I first came on? Was that Ealing? And I said, I've written that down. I'll just show you my notes there. Look, if you can see that. So I don't know if you're going there, Polly, or whether you've got connections there, but just jot that down. He talked about some filming for somebody, and he talked about a name that sounded like Leanne, Lee, or Leah, but it was L-E at the beginning. I think what you can do to help is have his back checked by an expert and see what can be done to help him. Also, if he, I don't know whether he misses another horse or there is something about not feeling as relaxed as he used to in his field. Okay, so something has changed there, and he did say about not seeing eye to eye with another horse. But let me know if there is a horse that is no longer there, because I feel that he was teamed up with another individual, and that no longer seems to be the case. So I hope that makes sense to you. And then he just said to me, Fred or Freya, FR. So well done on you getting the answer right. And I hope you've enjoyed your reading. Thank you very much, Polly. Let's see who else is getting in touch tonight. Margaret said a peacock. Gemma said, can't believe I've missed this. I've lost track of time. I'm always losing track of time, Gemma. Charlie said a butterfly, and Charlie also said a dove. Neither of those, but keep trying. Keep trying. Let me have a look. Oh, Liz said, oh, he's gorgeous. Thor was a really beautiful picture of Thor, wasn't it, Liz? Really gorgeous horse. And so says Anea, wow, just gorgeous. Charlie says a hummingbird. Kate said a glass heart. Nobody's got it right yet. Charlie says a kookaburra. Keep going, Charlie. Keep going. Oh dear. Let me see who else is on here. A bumblebee, says Charlie. Margaret says a glass prism. Neither of those answers are correct. Keep trying, keep trying. It is something that's breakable. I have wrapped it up in bubble wrap to be on the safe side. And we might give you some more clues throughout the week. So keep checking back onto the Pet Psychic page for extra clues during the week. I'm sure some of you are going to get this one right. I'm sure of it. Right, let's do Brenda. You're reading now, Brenda, with sunflower, because you are the other winner, Brenda, with the sunflower. You just wait till you see sunflower. Very, very beautiful picture of this little dog. It'll be coming up on the screen now. You can all have a look at sunflower. Looks like a little Yorkshire Terrier. Let's have a look. Oh, look. Isn't she really beautiful? Brenda said, this is Sunflower. She's 8 years old. I would like to know how she was feeling. Also, could you tell her how much we loved her? Oh, isn't she beautiful? I'm doing that now, Brenda. I'm telling her how much you loved her. Okay? And it really is having that intention of the animals hearing you, whether they are living, and then that's called telepathy, or over in the spirit world, and that's called being a pet medium. All right. Now, I call myself a pet psychic because I also get predictions from pets. So I can talk to animals that are living or crossover. Right now, I linked into her and I made a few notes, and she said to me that she was very, very attached to you, Brenda, and very linked to you, very bonded. So she could be quite timid. And she said that it was very interesting that she'd had difficulties with her eyes or infection, and also with her ears as well. And she told me that she's of a very sweet nature. Um, I got some interesting things from her. I feel that she stays connected to you and looks at like what's happening around you and what's coming up for you in the future. And she talked about a holiday home. Now, Brenda, is this a new holiday home or you already got one? But she said those words, holiday home. And she talked to me about travel. She gave me the name of Cindy. Okay, maybe that's a person or a previous pet. If not, look out for this name coming into your life. And then she said to tell you that she knows that somebody is going to Florida. She said somebody is going there. So if you just have this conversation, Brenda, or is it somebody going there, or you going there? But she said, I know about Florida. And I'd written down Florida Keys. She gave me the name of Alan or Albert, but it was a male AL name, and the date of January the 8th. Now, if you don't know the date, can you pop that into next year's diary when you get one? Make a note of it, and look out for anything coming along on that day. It might be a date that you're already, that you might know why it's already come up, but she was quite clear in telling me January the 8th. She said to me, she always liked to be by your side and she hopes you know how much she loves you. Isn't that really beautiful? She said she's drawn very close to you because she feels that you've been through some recent grief or upset, and she wants to lift your spirits. And then she said these words to pass on to you. She said, there will be better times ahead. And I thought that was really reassuring, really beautiful. She said she knows about a gentleman that you love dearly in the spirit world, and this gentleman loved old classic cars. And she says that she feels that that communication between her and him has been very comforting to her, but wants to pass that message on to you that this gentleman watches over you and sends you signs from spirit. Now, a lot of us see signs like robins and feathers, but it's as if this gentleman sends either a coin or something made out of metal. And the funny thing is she says that you will know when he's around you because you will have his aroma. And sometimes that is another message from spirit that we smell something that we associate with the animal or the person that has passed over. I know occasionally I smell cigarette smoke. I don't smoke, nobody in the house smokes, but I know somebody in spirit that did. So I think, I know who's around me. And that can be of great comfort. So I know things are going to get better for you, Brenda, because Sunflower has told me that. You've got January the 8th. I know she's a bit timid, extremely attached to you, and of a very sweet nature. And well done on getting a reading by getting the answer right in the mystery box. So thank you for joining in, Brenda, with your beautiful little girl, Sunflower. I think we could all see how beautiful she is. Right, let me see who's here. Oh, she's here, sending strength and love. Oh, Kate. Kate says, I'm heartbroken. I actually have 2 cats missing. Oh, no, Kate, I'm so sad to read that. Can you imagine losing a second cat? I'm devastated. Oh, Kate, one is my little fur baby River. She's 1 years old. She's so little. I'm so worried I'll never stop looking for them. Oh, Kate, I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, I often help people that have got animals that have wandered off or gone missing. One of the techniques I use is a little bit unusual, and I get people to send me a picture, not only of their missing pet, but of the door or window where they would come in and out of. For instance, like might be the back door at your house and they go into the garden. Because what I do when I've got that photo is I project that to that missing animal. And that's a very strong message of asking them if they are able to come home. I just feel, Kate, that you're going to see them again. I feel like I feel like particularly the one cat has been taken in by somebody else. I'm assuming they're microchipped. So don't give up. Don't give up looking for them. And if you send me a picture of where they would enter and exit, I'll do that for you. I'll send the picture to them. Brenda says thank you. Mandy says, evening again, lovely lady. Another night of readings. Exactly. I think Wednesday night's our night, isn't it? Brenda said my dad's middle name was Albert. Oh, there you go, Brenda. Sunflower nose. Oh, who's just put something really sad? Oh, Tina. She said I had to have my cat put to sleep yesterday. Oh, I'm so sad to read that. Hope she's with my dog, who we lost in June. Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry to read that. And it's such a hard thing to do. And I know it was the right thing to do. So please know that you've done what you had to do, as hard as it is. We just know when we have to make that decision for some of our pets, and that's because we love them so much. I feel that your cat and your dog were actually linked closely. Did they have the same initial? Who had the same name? I'm seeing same initial, same name. No, that sounds really weird. Tina, I get name duplicate, duplicate of the name repeated. I do believe that they have met up in spirit and a beautiful lady crossed them over, crossed, came for the dog, also came for your cat, and I'm going to describe her because I can see her picture of her in my mind. She's got wavy, greying hair, looks curly or waved, and at the front it looks like it's off her face, and she's got the most twinkly eyes. And you know when somebody smiles, and I mean I've got it a bit, you get all those lines, those laughter lines. It's like she was always laughing, and I can see laughter lines on her face. But she says that she took no messing. So, as much as she was so loving and fun, she wouldn't take any nonsense from anybody either. Took no messing, she said. She says to me there was a nursing connection to her. So I don't know if she worked in a hospital or there was somebody in the family who is a nurse, but something to do with a nursing connection. And I'm so sorry for your loss, Tina. I know what it's like to lose a pet. It's the anniversary actually of my little girl Tilly passing. That was a year ago, my little Chihuahua cross, and we just never get over it. We just learn to live with it. So I'm sending you all my love. Oh dear. Pritika. Oh, my fur baby passed away in February. Oh, Should I start in my security camera in July, plus many other animal spirits in my living room, plus some human outside? That was a scary experience. Why was I shown this? And I wonder, and is my baby coming back? Is she still protecting us? Do you know what, Pratika? We never lose them. They're in another place. It's in another dimension. We don't lose touch with them. You just need to quiet your mind and you can connect with your animals and your people that have passed away. Sometimes we do have paranormal experiences, but I can't comment really on your security camera because I wasn't there to see it. Right, let me just see what we're doing next. So let me have a look and see whose turn it is next for a reading tonight. A reading. Who are we doing now? Lisa with Florrie. Oh, look at Florrie. Oh, Lisa said, this is Florrie, 2 years old, and she's a rescue dog from northern Spain. Florrie used to be super friendly with all dogs, but unfortunately last year got attacked and has now become a bit fear reactive. Oh, poor Florrie. I feel it's my fault because I brought another rescue dog into the home as a companion to Florrie, and it was that dog that attacked her. Can we just get that back up on the screen? And subsequently, that dog had to be rehomed. I want Florrie to know how sorry I am that this happened to her. I would also like to ask her what I need to do to help her so that she's not so frightened of dogs now. Oh, Lisa, sounds like you've really been through the mill. I've tuned into Florrie and I've made a few notes, and I know you're doing your absolute best to help her. It wasn't your fault, you know. You brought the other rescue dog in to be a friend, and you were doing your absolute best. So I don't want you to blame yourself. Sometimes these things just don't work out, and sometimes we are a step in that equation of where another animal is meant to go. We're part of their journey, all right? And we're just a stepping stone for some pets, and then they go off somewhere else. And we have to look at the bigger picture then, okay? But I don't want you to feel that you did anything wrong. You were doing it all out of love and commitment to rehoming animals, and you should be applauded for that. What I will say about the other dog that you brought in, I think it was a vicious circle because I believe that that dog had also been attacked, and so that's why they were aggressive as well. So this is the problem, you know, often with rescue animals when we don't know what's gone on for them, it's very difficult to just always realise what's going to happen. Now, when I talk to Florrie, Lisa, this is what I got. I know that you're very sad about it, and I know you're doing your best, but I feel you need some extra help with this from a really good dog behaviourist because you've got the history of what's happened, and therefore you've got anxiety, and this will pass on to Florrie because you already remember what's happened and you think, oh no, I know what she could be capable of if another dog comes too close. So I think it would be wise to talk to a experienced dog behaviourist, get a little bit of extra help. I feel that Florrie is so grateful to be with you and absolutely loves her life. But I'm going to say this, I know you've said she wasn't like it before, and now this event has happened and she's fear aggressive, and you're hoping that she's going to get over it. Now, sometimes dogs never completely get over it. So don't have your expectations that even a dog behaviourist or a pet psychic can wave a magic wand and everything is back to how it was. Because sometimes we have to learn how to manage it. okay? I know that Florrie needs lots of reassurance, and I know she's telling me that she's brilliant with you and with people and loves you very much. She said she's a very gentle dog. She does feel the anxiety. She also gave me the name of Wayne. So I want you to remember that, Lisa. Now, I felt that she needs some calming therapies, and that might be helpful. Research about aromatherapy for dogs, because I was also getting like some nice smells. But you have to be very careful with aromatherapy. You'd have to have somebody who's an expert to administer that. I'd also written down the name Jason and that things will get easier for her. But I don't know whether she'll ever be completely cured, if I'm honest, but things will improve with these extra pieces of help. I think soothing music also calms her mind. And I think you need to do lots of positive reinforcement when you're with her, when you're out on walks. If she's quiet, that you need to praise her, take some of her favourite treats with you so you can give them to her when she is calm in, well, it might not be close proximity, but even if she can just see another dog in the distance and she doesn't react, then tell her she's a good girl and give her a treat. It's going to take time. She's been through a trauma just like you have. I don't know if she'll ever be completely cured, but I think she's going to improve greatly. And what's really important is that you don't beat yourself up over what's happened. You were just doing everything out of love and out of commitment to these dogs. You were doing your best, and I don't want you to forget that, because you really are a wonderful person, Lisa. And I know that Florrie thinks the world of you like you do of her. So thank you for getting in touch, and I hope that's helped you. Shall we have another look at the mystery box? Here it is. What could be inside? Have you still got your third eye open, everybody? What's in here? Going to give you a little clue. It's breakable. So if I shake it, you won't hear it because I've wrapped it in bubble wrap. What is in this box? If you get it right, you will be first on the list for a reading next week. Okay? We might even have more than one winner next week. So keep trying. You can have as many goes as you like. Keep checking the Pet Psychic page all week because there's going to be a few more clues. But you need to keep checking back so you can see what those clues are. As I know at the moment, I don't think anybody's got it right on the comments, but you can have as many goes as you like. Remember to like, tag somebody, share, and comment, okay? So that lots of people can join in and know that I'm doing free readings here on Facebook and YouTube for you every week. Now, you're going to have to bear with me because I've just lost my earpiece, so I can't talk to my producer to see what reading we're doing next. So just bear with me while I just retrieve it off the floor. And I'm on a high stool and I've only got little legs. Oh, where's it gone? Here we go. Oh, I'm back. Just got to climb onto the big bar stool. Hang on a minute. Here we go. I'll put it back in. Right. That's better. I can hear my producer now. He said it's so good to have me back. That might be a matter of opinion. Right, let me have a look. Who's still here? Lainey misses her Zimba. Oh, she said, I've left a picture on your page. We'll try and do as many as we can, but we're also here again next week doing more readings. So what you can do is you can actually go on the Pet Psychic page, go on the pinned post and put your pictures on there because we'll be choosing more of you for a reading for next week. And if you win on the mystery box, you'll be guaranteed a reading as well. Ruthie said she's left a picture of her horse Briggs on the post. Oh, should he's poorly, and I need to know if I'm doing the right thing with him. Shit, I'm heartbroken. He's 6. Do you know what? I'm going to say this, Ruthie. You know your horse better than anybody else, and you need to trust your instincts because you'll be right. Okay? Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your decisions. Yes, of course, you needed to be guided by your vet because they are the professional. They also are working with results of tests and things, but you need to trust yourself, and that's really important. Okay, here we go. Lisa. Oh, she said, I felt so guilty, Beth, because I brought the dog in. I know you did, Lisa, but you've got to let yourself off the hook. You only brought that dog in because you were trying to help both dogs. And sometimes these things just happen. You know, it wasn't your fault. You were doing everything out of love. I know it's hard. I know it is. Right. Lisa said, "Thanks ever so much, Beth. I love Florrie so much. I know you do, Lisa. She's beautiful. You've got a beautiful dog there. You really have." I'm going to do a reading now for Katrina with Hayes, 12-year-old cat. That's an interesting question, actually. We'll just get Hayes up on the screen. There's Hayes. Now, Katrina said, "This is Hayes, 12 years, and I would love to know why he likes to eat my mom's clover plants. Also, I have heart disease and I go in and out of the hospital for a week, sometimes longer. He doesn't like me leaving and attacks me when I come home. I'd love to know what he's thinking and feeling and why he's so bossy as well. So I know what he needs help with, and I would so appreciate the help." Oh, look at Hayes. What a gorgeous colour. He's beautiful. Right, I've made some notes for you, Katrina. Now, firstly, I do need to point out, I do believe that clover plants, which I think are also called shamrock, are toxic to cats. So you really need to stop him eating those because that could cause you a lot of difficulty. So he's going to have to be, I don't know what you're going to do about that, but you're going to have to look at how you can stop him eating clover. It's not going to do him any good. I do believe it's toxic. I know you need to know why he's doing it, but you've got to try and eliminate those plants from the garden, or I don't know how to implement that because I'm not there to give you any advice or to look at the situation. But you need to know that they're toxic to cats. That's important. Also, when I look at clover and shamrock, I automatically think about Ireland, as I'm sure many of you listening to this are probably having that thought. And I think, have you got any Irish connections, um, Katrina? You'll have to let me know. That'll be interesting to find out. Now, you said that Hayes attacks you when you come home from hospital. So I've asked him about that, and he says he can smell very strongly the hospital smell on you and he doesn't like it. And I know that also is going to be a difficult thing to get round. But I did think if you often wear like your favourite fragrance and he's familiar with that, maybe try and use some of that before you get home to sort of familiarise him that it's you. It's almost like he's not realising immediately that it's you because you smell differently. That is his explanation to why he does that when you come home from hospital. He tells me he gets irritable and he gets thirsty a lot and he often feels quite hungry, but also he can also feel a bit sick. And I wonder if that's why another reason he seeks out the clover. I would look at his diet. I think that's quite important. Maybe look at a hypoallergenic diet, maybe one with some kind of pro or prebiotics in it to readdress what's going on in his tummy. and to maybe help with him not seeking out these clover plants anymore. But I'm not a vet, so I can't tell you what to do. But I picked up this. I don't know whether his thyroid is out of balance, and I will chat to your vet about that, because he makes me feel that something in his body is off, is not in balance, and I think you need to get a check or talk to your vet about this. He said something interesting when I asked him about his bossiness, because I know you'd raised that. He said that he's trying to show you that you need to up your game with your assertiveness and your leadership qualities. He said, because somebody treated you badly, and he said, and you haven't quite got over it, and you didn't feel as though you'd had your say, that you asserted yourself enough in that situation. So maybe chat to somebody about that, somebody you trust. That might be quite helpful. It's just that our animals often know things that have gone on for us in the past, and sometimes they'll demonstrate it through their behaviour. So it's always interesting to look at behaviour changes in pets. Obviously, your first port of call is your vet, because it can be linked to health issues, as I've already touched on. But see what's going on in your own life. Is there any mirroring there? Is there something going on for you that you can put, that it would sort of mirror what's going on with your pet and their behaviour? So when I do my pet psychic work, I'm like unraveling many layers of that connection between the pet and the person. Now, Hayes also gave me the date of the 21st of September. So that's not too far away. So jot that down, Katrina. The name, Connie, and he said his behaviour can be quite challenging. So he told me that, I do believe he's quite honest, but I know he does really love you, and he does want to be with you. So if you could get those things checked out, and I hope that that helps to calm things down. And I wish you a lot of happiness and healing with what's going on for you as well. So I'm sending you both my love. Now, we've got another reading to do for Misty and Ozzy. Now, I know that Misty and Ozzy were owned by Margaret, and I know that Ozzy passed away, and Margaret wants to know how Misty is feeling. So, doing some pet psychic communication, it can be really good when we've lost a pet, to check in about how you're feeling, but also how your animal is feeling as well. Look at those two beauties. Oh, Margaret said, this is a picture of my dogs, Misty and Ozzy, on Halloween, a few years before Ozzy passed away. See if we can get that picture back up. I wanted to know how Misty is feeling about losing her friend. And now that she is older, she's 14, what can we do to make her comfortable? So I tuned into Misty, who is the black one. So that might just help some of you who's watching, okay? And Ozzy is the cream one who's passed away. Now, Misty says to me that she's very sensitive but sensible. I thought that was really nice. She says, I understand that my friend has gone. She says, and I do miss him. She says, but I get on with it. Oh, she says, and the reason why I'm able to get on with it so well is because Margaret makes up for everything. Oh, that's so beautiful. She said to me, she said, I want for nothing. She says, Margaret supplies everything for me. Oh, Margaret, you're wonderful, wonderful lady. She says, I have had some discomfort in my tail, particularly at the base of my tail. So can you check that, Margaret? See if you can see anything going on there, or you may already be aware of what that is, because she was showing me that area of her body. She says to me that Ozzy connects around her and that Ozzy has settled into spirit. And I picked up on Ozzy's energy when I was talking to Misty. And Ozzy came through to me and he said, I watch the bookworm reading. And do you do loads of reading, Margaret? And then he told me that there was a newspaper article that you looked at, and it was somebody who you know. Does that make sense to you? Or have you clipped something out of the paper about somebody you know? Show me that image, which I thought was very interesting. Now, Misty gave me the name of Heather. So if you don't know it, Margaret, please write that name down. If you don't know it, it could be somebody coming into your future in a good, positive way. And I also wrote the name down that sounded like Rupert or Rue. I was seeing R-U for the beginning of the name. Now, is there anybody, Margaret, with an E initial that's gone over into the spirit world, a name like Ethel or Ed or Edie? Because Ozzy tells me I've met this person in spirit and they look after me. I thought that was really beautiful. Then I could see a picture of a ginger cat. So I don't know if this is one you've owned or one that's coming to you, but I could see the picture of it. And then I got the date of December the 18th. So if that doesn't make any sense at the moment, please write it in your diary and then you'll have to let me know what it is all about. But what beautiful dogs Misty and Ozzy are. She wasn't telling me anything, Margaret, that she needs everything, because she said you do everything, you supply everything. And she showed me that she's really well supported at home. She said she loves to be with you on the bed. She's got cozy blankets and beds, and she's got everything she needs. So I know you're very tuned in, and you know when she's not right. You pick up on that yourself. So you're doing an amazing job. So thank you so much for looking after Misty so very well. Oh, we've done some lovely readings tonight. I hope you've enjoyed those. And well done to, yeah, so well done to our winners this week, Polly and Thor and Brenda with Sunflower. And I'll do one more reading before we close. But don't forget to keep sending your answers in for the mystery box so you are guaranteed a reading next week. Now, my producer is just going to tell me what reading I'm going to do next. So let's see who it is. Angela. Oh, we're going to do a reading for Angela with Snowfall. What a beautiful name. Oh, look at Snowfall. Let me just make a few notes. Angela and Snowball. Sorry, not Snowfall. This is Snowball. He's 4 years old and a zebra finch. We moved from Hertfordshire to Pembrokeshire in January this year, and I want to know if he's happier here in Wales than he was in Hemel Hempstead. He also had some chicks recently, so I hope he knows he's a good father. Oh, Angela, look at Snowball. Oh, let me ask him how he is. The first thing I get, he's very like bouncy. He's like, oh, I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I feel that Snowball is quite an energetic zebra finch. He feels quite bouncy and lively. He says, I'm always happy wherever you are, Angela. He says, I feel secure. I feel secure. I said, have you noticed that you've moved house? That's what I was just saying to him. He said, "Yes." He said, "But it was relatively stress-free." I don't know what you did to make it so stress-free, but he says, "Yes." He says, "The view out of my window now is beyond beautiful." Isn't that lovely? He says, "I imagine flying over those hills." He says, "But I know I will. I will never be able to do that." And he says, "And I wouldn't want to." He said, "It's just me dreaming." Oh. But he said he does like to fly around his environment. He's just showing me that at the moment. I'm saying to him now, "Do you know you're a dad?" And then he went, "Of course I do." He's very intelligent. He's very switched on, he tells me. He said he's very proud. He said, "Oh, when I'm with them, I'm very proud." And it's like he kind of stands up straight and looks down on them. And he has this sense of pride. So he does know. He does know. And then he said, I lost a friend. Was there a bird that passed away? Angela, I don't know if you're on here. You can let me know. He said, "I lost a friend." He's just telling me that now. He said he makes you laugh. He said he's very amusing and he's very entertaining. And he says, "I'm not much trouble." Oh, I think he loves his new home. But I think, do you know what, Angela? He'd love to be wherever you are. He says he's quite affectionate to you. And he said he likes your company and likes to be with you. But somebody needs to get their knee attended to. He knows about people and he knows somebody's having trouble with their knee. And stop ignoring it, get it attended to. That's what he's telling me. Get on with it. Very interesting. But he really is a beautiful, beautiful bird, isn't he? Snowball, what a lovely name. Oh, thank you for sending in that picture. Angela, look at him. Oh, he's adorable. Oh, you must love him very much, Angela, and your little brood. Oh, that's gorgeous. Let's see. Oh, Liz says, "Beautiful things come in small packages, Beth, don't they just?" Oh, I don't know whether my producer is still there. He might have gone. Now, I think somebody said, "I like your blouse, Beth." I think I had it from River Island, actually. So if anybody wants one, I think that's where I got it from. Thanks so much, Beth, says Lisa. Claire Robson said award for best pet psychic. Oh, let me have a look. Oh, do I need to put my pet's picture up every week? Says Tracy. Yeah, put it in the Pet Psychic page, Tracy, because my producer Hawa will choose the pictures. Okay, the more you put it in, the more chance you've got of having a reading. But if you get the mystery box right, keep checking back every day, having a go, because there will be some extra clues on there. You'll guarantee the reading next week. You see who else is here. Katrina said, "Yes, I'm Irish on both sides." Do you remember about the cat eating the clover? How interesting was that? I'm just going to see if I can get my producer back. He's gone now. But I'll just have another quick look at your comments before I go. And I'm sorry if I haven't got round to doing your reading yet, everybody. I try to get through as many as I can. But keep posting on the Facebook page all week. I know it's disappointing if you don't get a reading, and I'll try my best to get through everybody. So your I'm not gonna say guesses. Keep your psychic guesses coming in. What's in the mystery box? The clue before I go, it is breakable. bubble, so I've had to wrap it in bubble wrap. That's why you can't hear it rattling. Keep checking back on the Pet Psychic page, but do remember to like, share, follow, tag, and comment on there. I'm going to be back with you next Wednesday for another Facebook Live. I'm going to be doing more readings for you. We'll have some winners, I'm sure, for the mystery box. So you'll be guaranteed a reading if you get it right. Please, before I go, be aware of any fake profiles of me or anybody messaging you pretending to be the Pet Psychic, asking you for details or for money. It will not be me. I will never ask you for money or approach you saying, oh, I'm picking something up or anything like that. That will be a scammer. Be aware of it because somebody messaged me last night to say that somebody had approached them yesterday. Now, I wish you all a wonderful week. Look after your pets, which I know you do, and I'll see you next Wednesday for another Facebook and YouTube Live. Thanks for joining me. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.